Don't be fat, don't be ugly, don't be poor.
I'm sure you know, like, it's like the plastic surgery
Yo, based.
capital.
Do you think an overweight foreigner coming to visit Korea would have a negative experience?
Sadly, I've heard that a lot.
South
Abby
Korea.
was looking up stats yesterday about average heights and average weights, and it was like average weight in New Zealand for a female was something like 77 kgs. And average weight for Korean was 66. Yeah, wait, average, oh, wait, oh, was that Samoa? Wait, average weight, woman, NZ, average weight, wait, average height, wait, well, by country. There you go, female. Let's have a look here. Okay, so sort by weight. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, what? Average weight of a female in East Timor? Bro, they need to fucking sort their shit out. Holy fuck, they're dying there, man. They're dying. Okay, Japan, average weight. Female, 55 kg, by the way. Japan. Male, 70. Okay, but get this. Okay, check. Okay, wait. And then you'll have shit like South Korea, 61 kg, average weight. South Korea, average guy, 76. That's insanely skinny, by the way. But wait, I mean, what the hell's going on in East Timor, by the way? That's actually insane. The fact that their average weight is 50 kgs. It's like, isn't that like almost anorexic? Anyway, right, South Korea. Because Abby's obsessed with Korea, right? South Korea, 61 kg female, 1.6. Okay, so let's see here. I am below the average weight in South Korea for man. Shit. Yo, I'm below the height. I'm like 173 centimeters high, so then this one being 175 centimeters. That's 1.75 meters. Is, yeah, 1 meters is 100 centimeters. I'm technically below by 0.2. I'm below by 0.2. Chad, I'm 5'7". We've been over this. I'm 5'7". I'm 5'7" 7 inches. That's how that's measured. Okay, so I'm actually below, but I'm below the weight, so I'll take it. New Zealand, here we go. Check this out. New Zealand, 77 average female. We got some thick bitches. Let's go. 77 average female. Average height 1.65. I'm taller than the average chick. Oh my god. Wait, I'm shorter than the average guy in New Zealand. How's that even possible? How's that even possible? What the fuck? Average man, 89 kg. So holy shit, I'm a slim guy in comparison, Chad. I'm a slim guy. Okay, anyway, we're 12 seconds into the video, guys. We're 12 seconds into the video. I really, I only paused for 43 minutes. 12 seconds in.
The world's beauty capital, where being fat isn't just frowned upon, you're openly shamed.
Shop owners will clearly say to you like, oh, yeah, there's no clothes for you.
In a country where appearance can feel like currency, the pressure to be thin is everywhere. On billboards, subway floors, and storefront windows, a constant reminder to change and be better, creating a standard so intense it's driving a surge in weight loss drugs, extreme dieting, and potentially something much worse.
Okay, so I have to get to 75 kilograms?
I'm here to find out just how bad it really is.
Welcome to South Korea, everybody. Before we get started with the day, I want to see what level of freak show the locals are going to see me as. So behind me, there's a fat test that are in all the parks in Korea. They really just said, let's gamify emotional damage. So whatever I get here is going to dictate how I feel about myself today and probably how I eat. So according to Google Translate, this first one here, it says, you're an alien, ... I mean, I'd rather be called an alien than a fat ass. So I guess if I can't fit through this, I'm not considered human. That was very close. This next one is, you shouldn't be like this, which kind of sounds like a threat. Oh my God, I'm scraping it. We didn't pass that with flying colors. Level 3, you have a slim heart. Passive aggressive.
Dude, take off your jacket, man. What the fuck? I guess you started with his jacket so that way it's later to take off, right?
No! I have a slim body! Okay, we're good there. Okay, so the next one is just chubby. So not as wordy as the other ones, but still just as hurtful. Chubby.
Wait, I don't understand this. Wait, do they have a different one for chicks? Or, like, does they got breasts and breast tissue? How does that work?
I think this is changing the breakfast plans very quickly. No. Crazy to think that I'm considered chubby in Korea, because I like to think that I'm in pretty good shape. So after chubby, here we have average, which I would never be so grateful to be called mid in my entire life. I'd love to be average. And then we have thin, and then here says skinny, and it looks like they've removed actually one of the poles here, because maybe like it was probably too extreme. Like I don't.
No, people were just trying their hardest to fit through and they snapped it out for sure.
I don't even think a 90-day fast and a caved-in rib cage I could fit through that, because like thin, barely my quad goes through that. And the crazy thing about all of this is that this is literally in the middle of a children's park, and they're probably going to see this as a game, and you want to beat the game. So I just go to this, and if I can't fit through it, I'm going to do whatever it takes to be able to fit through it.
Is that a bad thing? Oh, I'm confused here. Is that a bad thing?
Eventually. So I think it just causes a lot of issues.
Like, unless they're getting people to unhealthy weights and they're anorexic, of course that's bad. But like, I don't see how. Like, I think that if people were unable to participate in society, as you know, if they didn't meet certain health standards, it could be a good thing, right? And then that would get them hella motivation to lock in and lose weight, right? Am I crazy? Well, I mean, because you already can't, right? Think about it. You try to go to, like, you know, you try to do a bungee jump. It says maximum weight 120 kgs. You try to go skydiving, maximum weight 125, 130 kgs. Try to go on a bunch of rides. Can't do it via certain. So think about all the various activities you can't do. Certain cars. Like, mate, you want to drive a toy. You want to try being like 200 kgs and driving around in a Toyota Aqua. You're just not going to do it, right? You can't use that. Like, there's plane seats. Plane seats. They have like these hard fucking armrests that don't move. Various seats in the world. You just can't sit in a bunch of seats. There's so many downsides to being fat. So I guess they don't even need this, do they? Because like the seat with the, you know, the hard plastic seat with the two arms, that's enough. If you can fit in that, then GG. If you can't fit in that, well then you're probably fat as fuck and you need to lose some weight, right? You know? It's pretty, you know, airplanes. It's basically this mini game.
Korea has a 0-calorie and 0-sugar obsession, and because of that, there's tons of different spots that cater towards that. So if I want to be
How
able
is
to
that a bad thing? That sounds like a good thing.
fit through that tree a little later on, there's certain things
Like
that we have
healthier
to
food?
do. So the first spot that we're checking out is the Zero store. So 0 calories and 0 employees. This is just kind of like a serve yourself kind of place.
Oh shit.
This is pretty
Well, what kind of
sick.
chemicals is this? How many?
I just feel like I found a loophole in my fitness journey. No way.
Kind of 0
It's
calories.
0-calorie ice cream? That's sick packaging, like 0 cal.
What?
0 sugar.
Is it just water and like chemicals? That. This probably isn't good for you. I'm gonna be honest. What, is it just pure fiber? Do they just use husk? I guess you could get like the fiber that you just passes through you.
They have 0-calorie peanut butter.
What?
Which sounds like I'd rather have a nut allergy than taste that. Then a bunch of high-protein foods here.
Okay.
This is sick. Wow. I've never seen a Coke Zero tall boy. Oh, I have to get that. That's so sick. I wonder if they have 0-calorie pizza. Just like cardboard that has a tomato scent. 43-gram protein.
I've had close as you can get to that, and it's like keto pizza, and let me tell you, shit tastes ass.
in that. That's a
Well, not
hefty boy.
ass, but
I swear,
nowhere
I
near as
think
good
this
as
is-
Apple pizza.
This must be what heaven looks like.
There was so many different
I'll be honest, all this shit is ultra processed as fuck. It doesn't look that. It does not look. I wouldn't consider this to be healthy.
options of 0-calorie, 0-sugar snacks to choose from, especially jelly, which is often seen as Korean Ozempic, providing you with something to fill your stomach with little to no calories at all.
All this unsupervised protein is pretty incredible. Koreans must be trustworthy. All right, so we got a few.
That is a high trust society right there.
Things from the Zero store. We got to start off with the 0-calorie ice cream. I don't, like, what is this? Is this supposed to be like great white shark flavor? Like, it doesn't really tell me anything, and I can't really understand the back of it, but it's pretty in your face about being 0 calories, so you really can't forget it.
What the
All right,
fuck
so
is
visually, shark-like, as in gray and ominous.
that? A shark fin.
It looks like meat that's been left in the freezer for like a month.
Some of them like dried meat they have in the fucking
It
Scandinavian
smells actually
countries.
fire, though. Wow, what? Not as offensive as I thought it was going to be.
Chemical
It's actually
aftertaste.
quite good.
Chemical
There's a
aftertaste.
lot of flavor going on. I thought it was going to be very neutral. It's very fruit punchy. Oh. When you bite it, it doesn't taste bad. It just doesn't taste like anything, really. Just the outside's very fruity. Inside's nice and like red like that. But if I was on a diet to keep my mouth out of trouble, very good. We're gonna be trying the infamous cutting jelly, as in the malnutrition maximizer, because there's literally, I mean, there's nothing in it, 0 calories. This is just really to fill volume in your stomach.
I reckon just 5 max if you can do that. Just 5 max. Don't do it with the truck. This, I don't know. Surely.
Not bad. Have a couple of these, like 3 of them for breakfast, and you're good. Crazy to think right now, as we speak, I'm losing weight eating ice cream and jelly. There's no calories in it, but I'm burning calories talking to you. Think about that. We got a protein muffin, 200 calories, which practically at this point feels like a binge. I don't know if I should do it. I kind of feel bad. I want to fit through that tree. Nailed it. Just a chubby boy in Korea enjoying a muffin.
Running on just 200 calories for the day, I headed to another spot built entirely around low-calorie, zero-sugar options.
We're in a 0 sugar cafe right now where the owner actually invented their own sweetener called Swello. Not to be confused with the Pokemon. But as you can see, they have protein overnight oats, no sugar added cream pudding.
So that's
I got-
Abby makes that shit. Tastes nice as fuck, by the way. There's no way, whatever the fuck Abby's making, there's no way that shit is healthy. It's like eating a dessert for breakfast.
2 spoons with my order, so I don't know if I'm being fat shamed right now, because to me, this looks like a meal for one.
Okay.
But maybe she thinks that I need to share it. The chubby boy over here. But we got the overnight oats, we got a drink. I've given this place multiple opportunities to earn my trust. So it's sugar-free, low-calorie, and gluten-free. So my mouth isn't exactly watering over here, but you never know. Let's try this overnight oats. Oh, it's thick. Just put it in right like that. I love when it's thick. If it doesn't fight back a little, I don't want it. That fire. My blood sugar isn't spiking, but my happiness levels definitely are. So flavorful. Swello needs to be FDA approved ASAP. How many calories?
That's a decent amount, right? It's a couple apples.
Now we have this coffee drink with a sugar-free foam on the top. It's a buttered pecan flavor. Scrumptious. So far, we have been given every opportunity to be skinny and no opportunity to blame the food.
After eating, I met up with Korean
I mean, it
American
would be kind of hard to get super fat. Think about this, right? If everything is like trying to minimize calories while maximizing volume, then it's going to be harder to overeat. In it.
content creator Daniel O, who uses psychology, philosophy, and his cross-cultural perspectives
jacked.
to help women build self-love.
So am I considered kind of like chubby in Korea?
Not chubby, you would just be considered like a buff dude. If you look at the vast majority of like idols, for example, they're really skinny. I even have a friend who was an idol trainee, but he started working out and he wasn't even like bodybuilder big. Like he was probably around my size, and they were like, you can't be an idol anymore because you're too big. Wow. So they actually dropped him from the training program because
wait, am I crazy? Maybe this is a dude's perspective. I mean, is that even a dude, or is that a chick? Is that a dude or is that a chick? Is that a dude or is that a chick? Okay, that guy at least looks like a dude. That guy looks like a dude. Dude, I mean, I don't know, man. I want to say 3 on the left. I would be question marking. That's right. Like, I don't even know. And they look weak and frail. Like, look at their hands. Like, he's got the skeletal looking hands, bro. Like, how is that attractive to a chick, though? Like a guy, it looks like a little twink wearing like their dad. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like a dude wearing like a child wearing a dude's suit. You know, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. He's playing dress ups or something. Difficult. Is it just a different culture? I don't know. Well, it's just soy, bro. It's not. I don't think it's a culture. Just like you know what? If you look at someone, and the issue is this, right? When you look at someone and they just look frail and weak, I just instantly judge and think they just look frail and weak. Like they would just get destroyed in a fight. And then you see a guy who looks like, oh, that guy's well built. You're like, oh, that guy's well built. At least like these dudes are more well built. Like the two here are a little. Maybe it's just the clothing they're wearing. It makes it look worse. It could be the clothing. I don't know. This is definitely offensive clothing. I mean, what even are we wearing? What are these pants? Go to Korea and gank them? Shit. Yo, we are planning a trip to Korea. Well, we are planning a trip to Korea. Again, Abby is learning Korean. Even my kids have been taking some interest in learning Korean. They're just, we're going to Korea at some point as like a trip. So it's definitely gonna happen. I mean, it's definitely motivated by my wife though. But yeah, I'm down, dude. I'm fucking whatever. Let's go to Korea. I'm down to go do K-pop Demon Hunters, bro. Shit's lit. Discuss the XL con. Yo, sounds good. I'm down. IRL Korea subathon, mate. Dude, going to Korea to play League of Legends and just destroy people in League of Legends. Think about that, huh? Yo,
There really wasn't even because you're too big.
Anyway, I don't get this guy. To me, this guy looks far better built than those K-pop guys. Let's not get it twisted.
Wow.
So they actually dropped him from the trainee program because they were like, you're gonna be too big compared to everybody else on stage.
What is the ideal male and female physique?
I think for men,
He definitely might be gay though, because he's wearing a ring, a necklace, and he's got earrings. No, non-zero chance. Which nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a gay dude, especially a muscular, buff gay dude.
same anywhere in the world. You gotta be tall, right? So if you're 180 and above, that's like you're considered handsome because you got that going for you. Yeah, so Will definitely would be considered a handsome guy in Korea. But actually, I could use just Will as an example of like why you would be considered a handsome guy by Korean standards.
Okay.
Yeah, so you also have what's considered like a small face.
Okay.
So in Korean society, when people say you're beautiful or you're handsome for men or women, one of the things they'll comment on is like, wow, you have such a small face. Basically what it means is like if you look at the proportion of your face to the rest of your body, like it looks smaller, right? And so that's what people mean by having a small face. It has a lot to
Wait,
do.
dude, Hassan would be elite tier. Oh my god, I'm just thinking about this now. Dude, Hassan would be like the hottest dude in all of Korea if he went there. All the Koreans would be like all up. He's tall and he's got the smallest face out of any human being I've ever seen in my life. On God.
With proportions, and of course you have like a very defined jawline. So I think in that regard it's not too different from what the standard would be for men anywhere you go in the world, right? And then for women, this is like super stringent standards. There is like a specific angle of like your forehead to your nose, and then an angle of like your nose to this part of your face right here.
What I don't get is this, right? So everyone goes in and gets surgery and fucking changes their nose ridge and all this shit to make it line up. Which is it's crazy, right? It's an insane, unhinged culture. But like, I don't get it. Aren't you just like creating like a uniformity standard where everyone has like the same face, and then it's like there's less uniqueness, and everyone just kind of looks the same? Isn't it some sort of? Aren't you just conforming? Isn't it cooler to have like people with different looking faces? Am I crazy? Like I don't know. You're just otherwise you're just turning everyone into like the same face. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, don't get me wrong. If someone's fucking got a cleft palate or some shit, and like mucus is leaking out their face, I get like you do a surgery to fucking fix that shit up. Because if it looks disgusting or repulsive, okay, plastic surgery, that makes sense, right? That makes okay. But if like whatever, your eyes are like set differently, or your fucking nose a bit down, or something, you've got something that's unique. I feel like that's cool, dude. The most memorable people have the weirdest fucking faces. They have, like, weird faces. The most forgettable people have very generic-looking faces. Think about some people with some crazy, the craziest faces. Like, I mean, and it's like a multiplier to how much. I feel like it's a potent stat, right? How much you remember someone. Like, picture in your head right now, Steve Buscemi, right? Or like just imagine Ice Poseidon or William Dafoe. Yeah, like these faces, like they're instantly. You don't even. It's like you just fucking you think of these guys and their face. Asmongold's got a unique looking face, I guess, kind of. I no doubt. But you could get it. You know, they could go in and get plastic surgery, make their shit look more generic, and make it all fucking. And I just don't see it. I don't see the point. It's because it's like, well, you know, unless you have some mega deformity, is it really worth it?
And so like those angles are all like measured according to like what's called the golden ratio or the Fibonacci sequence. If you are, I think, over 60, I would say like 4 kilograms, you're considered like chubby for
64 kilograms.
Yo, what the fuck? But that's assuming you've got like average muscle mass ratio, right? Because you could have like a jacked chick who's like 70 kg and she's just jacked.
Yeah, for a Korean woman.
Regardless of the height.
Yeah, regardless of the height too. Yeah, it's tough because nowadays Korean women, like, they are also conscious of like their breast size, but because like naturally Korean women just don't have a lot of like subcutaneous fat, it's hard to get that naturally. So one of the most common procedures that women will get is like breast implants, right?
Really?
And it's
Bro, I never get that. I never get the breast implant thing. I never get that. I never get that. I think breast implants are pretty much, unless you've had to have them like cut off because you got breast cancer or something, or you've got some turbo deformity, right? So like I'm talking like outside of the freak cases, right? There ain't nothing wrong with just smaller natty breasts, or I mean now, just like there ain't nothing wrong with the, like, larger breasts either. But like what's the most noticeable is when they look unnatural to me. To me, speaking as an observer of breasts, like I don't care if they're small, I don't care if they're big. Obviously, if they're ridiculously big and natty, it's like holy shit, what the fuck? But you know, you're like okay. But at the same time, small if they're natty, it's fine. As an observer, there's nothing wrong with that. They're small but if they're natty. But then it's when they look like they're like one sticking up, right? Or they've got like that weird kind of bulbous, like engorged look. You know, that whatever you want to call that look. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where it looks like that shit's about to pop or whatever. It's like nah. That is not the look. Now, obviously, there are people who like that look and they want to do that to their body. And you know what? They're not harming someone else, so fuck it. Let them do it, I guess. But speaking as a breast enjoyer. I definitely, the more natural. Now, if you could do an implant that makes your breast proportions better and it still looks fully natural and there was no way you could possibly tell, GG, I guess, but.
Again, sometimes you can kind of tell because it's like you have a very skinny woman, but her like breasts are large. And it's kind of like, well, how do you get that? That's kind of like, I would say, the most toxic aspect of the beauty standard that Korea is known for.
As soon as we started...
Well, if you've got huge titties and your ass is flat, well, then that looks weird as fuck as well. It's because, generally speaking, you've got, generally speaking, your breast size scales with your ass size.
Walking, we were flooded with more zero-calorie stores on every corner.
So you gotta have to get both done.
Plastic surgery ads everywhere and impossible...
Well, it's to do with estrogen, right? So estrogen, like, makes your body store weight on your buttocks and your thighs and your breasts. It's it's to do with estrogen.
Standards at every turn.
These are the kinds of signs that you see.
Yeah, wait, what the hell? These guys not like these K-pop guys we're just looking at. Like, this guy's is fucking jacked. This guy's jacked as fuck. The K-pop guys are looking like this. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm into K-pop now. The naked gym, yo.
In front of every single gym. Like, talk about a transformation. Like, I don't think I've ever related so hard to a before side of a transformation in my life. Like, when I see this, I don't see motivation or inspiration, I just see pressure. So these ads on the wall.
Dude, that is uncanny. That's uncanny. Like, each one of these images, it's like, I'm hoping it's Photoshop. It's been Photoshopped out the wazoo. Like, her lips are crazy looking. Her eyes are crazy looking. There's, again, I don't know what the hell has happened. I mean, it It's like they've got their eyes and their lips, and they've just dragged it up on the scale and like fucking, you know, an AI filter, right? I think it is. I think they probably AI generated. I don't even think they're real people, right? Surely.
This is not possible to be attained naturally.
You can get it naturally, but there are some markers that show that it is plastic surgery. So for example, this like angle from forehead to nose bridge is kind of what I was talking about earlier of like that ideal angle that like women want. And then this like pointed nose and this angle from like here to here, again.
Has anyone ever noticed that? Has any, dude, you guys are around like looking at the fucking angles of chicks' noses and shit? Yo, dog. I mean, don't get me wrong. If someone's like eye is drooped down a centimeter or something, or like they're like so wide it's on the side of their heads or some shit, it's noticeable, right? Again, we're talking about some extremes.
More often than not, you actually need an implant to get that pointy nose because it's very rare to see that like just naturally through genetics.
And then the husky blue eyes.
Yeah, so the lenses, now it's to the point where like a lot of women will feel self-conscious going out.
What are the lips? Those lips are like, they're clearly photoshopped or something, right? Am I crazy? Those lips ain't not normal lips. Ain't no way those lips are normal lips.
Not wearing lenses because it's just become so, you know, commonplace.
So would you say anime has a big impact on the style and how people look?
I think it has a lot more to do with Korea is such a trend-driven country. So if they see like, oh, you know, this influencer that I follow on social media started wearing colored lenses, like I want to do that too. Yeah, and then like trends just move so fast.
So we're walking by a bunch of these markets and the clothing is so small, it's insane.
On this tag over here, it says F, which stands for free. So free size is basically the idea that like, it's like stretchable. So if you're a Korean person, you should be able to fit.
Like one size fits all.
I was like, God damn, oh, y'all give me those. Just start grabbing those. Free stuff. Let's go.
But as you can see here, it's not a very friendly size for a lot of foreigners, right?
I feel like I'm at a pet store shopping for my dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like in the States, I'd see this at like the children's place.
Yeah.
You know, but like,
I think that if I went into a store and asked for my size, they would just hand me a salad or something. Like that is crazy.
Yeah, I don't think Abby's fitting in that. I'm gonna be honest. Like you know what I'm saying?
I think my quad could fit in that.
yeah, I think that's actually
Scottish jeans, they built different. They built different. All right, when you get a lass that's built different, bro. I know, dude, she's just got large mammary glands, bro. That's what I'm saying. She's got large mammary glands, so they're just gonna pop out. They're gonna pop out. Okay, it is what it is.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's like the size of one of your quads.
That's literally my quad. I have a mini schnauzer at home. This would fit him, I think.
But we wanted to see if the men's clothes had more realistic sizes.
So I kind of want Will to try this one because it says here OF, which stands for overfit. And it's the idea that like it's a baggier fit. So
That's like that guy we saw wearing that fucking jacket, which is clearly way too big for him, which made him look like a child.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I literally cannot fit my head through it.
there is a button if you
Take
want to
the button off,
unbutton
bro.
that
What
thing
are you-
there and see if you could pull it through.
There we go. Oh. I mean, I can get it on.
Like if a Korean dude was wearing it, it's supposed to be very loose. But now you just look like a private school. Yeah, a private school.
He looks kind of stupid, I'm gonna be honest. That is not. I mean, I don't.
Oh boy. That's supposed to be like a
Looks like
bag
it needs to go down more or something. I don't know. Something looks fucking weird about it.
gear fit, I believe. But you make it look like a regular fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo,
I only have to fly halfway across the world for my calves to feel above average. But the fact that this is oversized, I kind of feel fat.
Dieting alone can't always get you the body that you want, which is why Korea is packed with beauty clinics promising to speed up the process.
Hi, we just want to see
People
like
go to Korea. So Korea's known for how good their like fucking cosmetic shit is, right? For like people go to Korea to get plastic surgery because they're so cracked at plastic surgery. Specifically, like because they were like ahead of the curve. They're basically on the bleeding edge of what you can do with plastic surgery if you don't know. And it was all to do with after the Korean War. There's a whole lore dump behind it. It's crazy. Watch a whole documentary on it, bro. This one doctor was popping off with plastic surgery because all these guys who had crazy wounds and shit were all disfigured from the war, right? And they were fixing them. But then people started doing it cosmetically, and then it's basically this whole industry popped off because there was less rules and regulations. And then, yeah, Korea became like the a leading frontier of just doing cosmetic surgery to people's fucking faces. It's a fact. So this is not. It's a real story. It's a real story, bro. Okay, dude. Okay, I want to know 2 questions. Is South Korea correct at plastic surgery, or are they not? Are they shit at plastic surgery? And if they are correct at plastic surgery, why is that? I'm saying plastic surgery, by the way, not pleistocene. I'm saying plastic surgery. Plastic surgery.
South Korea's the fucking plastic surgery god emperor of the planet, bro. They do more nips, tucks, and face carvings per capita than anyone else by a mile. 1 in 3 young chicks has had work done. Gangnam's basically a conveyor belt of scalpels. They're not correct at it, they're insanely good at it, especially facial shit like double eyelids, jaws, and noses. High volume means surgeons get god-tier reps.
Okay,
from doing the
what's
same
the history?
procedures.
Why is South Korea so good at plastic surgery?
It all kicked off with some ancient face-reading voodoo called gwansang from the 7th century. Koreans believed your mug literally mapped out your destiny, so tweaking it was like hacking your fate. Fast forward, Japanese colonizers in the early 1900s pushed their own superior facial features, messing with Korean self-image. Then the Korean War hits, and American surgeon David Millard rolls in doing reconstructive work on war victims. Dude popularized the double eyelid surgery, basically de-orientalizing eyes, and it took off like wildfire. The real explosion?
There it
The
is.
1997
There it is.
Asian financial
There it
crisis
is.
fucked the
There
economy.
it is. That's the law right
like a
there. It's the
menu of
Korean
different-
Wars. It's the Korean Wars. The surgeon, he popped off, and that's how the clink started up. This is it's exactly what I said. It's literally exactly what I said. Oh my God. Do you know about the Korean Wars? Do you know about the Americans who were there? Do you understand do you even know any history, bro? Jesus Christ.
Like
Get a fucking clue, bro. Get a fucking clue, bro.
fat loss.
Body that you want, which is why Korea is packed
Holy,
with beauty.
it's literally 1-to-1 verbatim what I said. What are you even saying?
clinics promising to speed up the process.
Oh, anyway.
Hi, we just wanted to see like if you have like a menu of different like fat loss options. Lipolysis injection. So these are kind of like the fat melting injections that I talked about.
Okay.
So they got like stuff for double chin over here, contouring for the face, and it's a 99,001.
This like ruptures the fat cell inside your shit, right? Which so it actually destroys it properly. But it's super sus, and there's all sorts of weird side effects, and it can be real bad for you. And then yeah, I don't know. It sounds good. I mean, if you could do this consistently and it was actually safe, like I mean, dude, yo, I got some fat on my stomach that I could get used that on, bro. Like dead ass.
for a session. So that would be like around right now with the exchange rate, maybe
$90?
No, not even. Like
even?
maybe like $70. So this
What?
is like specifically targeting arms, thighs, abdomen. It's like very popular because again, it's like
That's so
it's hard to
cheap.
actually do the work of like eating properly, moving properly, right? But it's like why do all that when you can just melt it off?
Yeah,
with
and
a
like
shot?
the proportions that are like people want to see are literally impossible to get. So you have to do it this way.
That's right, because you can't target fat loss through natural means, right?
You guys want to see the ampoules, right? This is the violet injection, one of the most famous fat melting injection in the world. It actually kills the fat tissue.
Are the people? Some of the
So
people
like,
coming.
check, get this. Like the cells, normally you can like shrink them, right? But you can never get rid of them. This shit literally. That was that. This shit literally ruptures the fat cells, and all that contents come out, and they just spew out everywhere, and then you're fucking like whatever the cellular. What's that noise, by the way? All the mechanisms kick in. Your body has to come up like a cleanup crew, but then all this. There's lots of bad shit, inflammation. People get all sorts of pimples, little infections and shit from this. Do you hear that noise? What was that? What was that noise, bro? Someone's in my cuck shit right now. So it like actually ruptures them like fully.
in pretty young asking for this stuff.
Yeah, sometimes, but usually 40 to 50.
Would you ever have any like thinner people come in requesting stuff like this?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But I try to tell him to do another thing, like more smooth way. This is kind of aggressive way to reduce fat.
So what do you think of Korea's body image culture?
Unimportant. Actually, I like it because I get money from those kind of culture, but I don't think that they is a super dangerous thing because cultures from the America or the Europe, they are really damaging their health. Ideal culture must be between the European style and Asian style.
What's your opinions on Korean beauty standards?
Yeah, so I'm French. I feel it's much more standardized in Korea. So yeah.
Yeah. When you moved here, did you look a lot different than you do now?
So when I moved here, I was overweight basically. There was kind of a pressure myself to fit in. Like in France or in Europe, you will never have, how to say, kind of negative remarks. But in Korea, they'll be like, that's why you're fat or something.
Also, they're a lot more
Based, bro. Bro, think about that. So he was fat, like obese, rotund, right? And he was going to suffer like all sorts of health complications, potential metabolic diseases, all sorts. Okay, he came to this new environment, and then they convinced him to be skinny. Isn't that fucking good? Like that, he's gonna live longer, and he's gonna be less sickly. He's gonna be more healthy. I feel like that's just a good, dude. NA needs to go to South Korea, bro. NA needs to go to South Korea.
like forward here.
Yeah, exactly. Which, to be honest, is not that bad. Once I've lost weight, it's like much more direct. Also on the other way.
If I did gain a little bit, people would make a comment straight away and say like, "Oh, you gained some weight," and the whole reason to make that comment is like, "I noticed you," or like, "I care about you," and so you're supposed to feel good. Like you're supposed to be like, "Oh, she
You're looking fat as fuck today. You're looking kind of rotund this day.
noticed and like she really cares about me and she thinks I should lose weight for my health."
Are Koreans a lot more
True.
direct with how you look? Because I feel like in North America, if someone gained weight, you wouldn't really say it, but maybe you just like think it. So here they actually would just tell you straight to your face.
Straight to your face. Even like when I meet up with my friends and I haven't seen them in a while, if like my skin is looking worse, they'll be like,
They'll
"Oh,
just tell you.
yeah, you just got some. Looks like you got some trouble on your face." If I look a little bit bigger, like the first thing they'll be like, "Oh my God, your face looks a little bigger than the last time I saw you. You look like you gained some weight." Or like vice versa, you look like you lost weight. Do you like how forward people are in Korea, or what do you think about that?
솔직히 말하자면 조금 처음 보는 사이에서도 약간 무리하게 이쁘다 아니면 뭐 코가 만약에 크면은 뭐 코가 크다든지 이런 식으로 좀 중심적으로 외모에 대해서는 말하는 게 있어서 되게 좀
What she's talking about though is different. So if you instantly make a remark on something that is a feature, then that cannot be changed easily without like some surgical intervention. Well, that's stupid. Like your bone structure is looking shit today. You know, it's like, okay, well, cool. Your nose is looking like what? Okay, like what? You want to go get surgery or some shit? That's fucking retarded. But no, that's different to saying like, yo, you put on some weight, because you can just lose the weight as well. So GG. But if you come in and just like, oh yeah, you're whatever, pick a mutable trait, pick something that you can't easily change without like some real invasive surgery or some awful medication which destroys you, right? That that's just stupid. You're just basically bullying. There's a total difference though between commenting on someone's like they've either lost weight or gained weight, or just saying some structural thing that cannot be changed, be it like skin color, nose size, brow ridge, whatever. I don't know, any of that shit. Well, that's just retarded. It doesn't make sense. Why are you doing that? It's just being mean.
저는 좀 무례한 것 같다고 생각하고
Could you ask her to tell me like the first thing she thinks about when she sees me, and to not worry, I won't get offended?
이제 솔직히 말씀해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
He's a big boy.
처음에는 일단 키가 큰 게 눈에 띄었고요.
혹시 전체적인 체중에 대해서 그런 거는 눈에 띄는 건 없었어요?
체중? 네.
He's
그런 건 눈에
flexing.
띄는 것 같아요. 몸이 좋은.
If we were longtime friends and you saw me for the first time, like what would you have to say to me?
There's a golden proportion of your face I learned recently. It's like 1, 1, and 0.8. So maybe your like bottom is a bit long, like this part.
My bottom's a bit long.
His bone is a bit long. His nose sticking up in a weird way. His forehead kind of comes out a little bit too far. I think he's got a unique looking face though, which is cool. I think Will's got a cool looking face. I think his face is like it's unique looking. And if he was to get it changed to make it look more normal, that'd be a bad thing. Make him look more generic.
That's it?
And like you could get some facial for your skin.
Is it hard being a girl in Korea?
I I think so. There's many things that girls need to do to upkeep their appearances.
시선 같은 게 좀 여자들이 좀 뚱뚱하면은 뒤에서 말 나오는 것도 있고 몇 번 들리는 말도 있으니까 그런 것 때문에 더 신경이 쓰이는 것 같아요.
We've been walking around looking for interviews, but we were getting no luck with girls because they're all just like, they don't have
I mean, there's just these females are really attractive that they're interviewing so far. Like, I must admit, like, you go if it's just like the average chick in Korea, that's pretty impressive.
makeup on, their hair's not done, their outfit's not.
I think that's the thing, right? If you are just like basically healthy and not morbidly obese, generally speaking, you're attractive, right? It's pretty simple. Like, legitimately, just be healthy. Like, I think if you're a female and you're healthy, you're generally speaking attractive. That's legitimately it, right? It's that simple. That's not even that crazy.
Good. So most of them are rejecting us right now. It's like they want to do it, but they just don't feel confident enough to be on camera right now.
Actually, the person we just asked, she does have makeup on, and she still didn't want to do it because she wasn't confident in
She needs more makeup on. So we've been asking girls to do interviews, and a lot of them are just like, oh, I have no makeup on, I can't. Like, is that very just common?
Oh yeah, if
Okay.
you like leave the house without makeup on, then mostly you'd wear a cap or like a mask to cover your face.
That's crazy. What? Oh my god. Wait, is that like reverse? Wait, what is that? Wait, it's like they have to wear a mask, but they don't wear a mask? And if they not wearing their fake mask, like you have to have a facade on, otherwise you have to wear a real mask. Wait, what is that? There's some sort of reverse. That is kind of insane. Dude, the natty. I love the natty look. When someone's got like a natty look, where they're just like the whatever, you can tell like, oh, they ain't got no makeup on, nothing. That's the best look. We know that they got a nice complexion, some freckles, some shit. That's the best look.
When looking for like a girlfriend.
Organic, full organic.
Like what kind of traits are you attracted to?
일단 외적으로 봤을 때는 저는 약간 좀 눈이 크고 좀 예쁜 헤어스타일이 있는 사람을 좀 좋아하는 것 같아요. 그리고 약간 내적으로 봤을 때는 뭔가 자기 일에 집중하고 뭐랄까 본인의 일을 할 때 좀 행복해하는 사람을 좀 바라는 것 같아요.
What's the main reason, in your opinion, as to why a lot of people in Korea are so skinny?
근데 그게 조금 사람들이 보기에 건강해 보일 수도 있다고 생각을 하고 또
Well, that's true.
뚱뚱하면 좀
But depends if I'm skinny, but
건강하지 않다는 생각을 가지고 있는 것도 같기도 해요. 또
that's true.
이게
I mean, yeah, I mean it's correct associations. That's definitely correct.
사람들 생각으로는 이 신체 그러니까 이 체중을 빼는 것은 좀 자기 노력으로 되는 부분이라고 생각을 하기 때문에 좀 스키니한
Chat. It's if you were to correlation for sure, skinny people more healthy, overweight people more unhealthy. Now you can have outliers where you could have someone who's like super skinny fat, has hella visceral fat, they got no VO2 max, cardiovascular is bad. They could be like you can have an outlier like that where you have a really unfit skinny person, right? And then you could, but those are outliers, right? Just like you can have like a fucking actually quite a fit, like that really sporty dude who just eats a fuck ton, who's actually fit and super healthy and has zero visceral fat, and he's just got a lot of subcutaneous fat, and he just kind of looks a bit fat. But that's 100% an outlier. On average, you're overweight. No, sumo wrestlers are unhealthy as fuck. Sumo wrestlers die super early. Sumo wrestlers are not fit. They giga die at insane rates. I was watching a video on a sumo wrestler who was like popping off, and he was so young and he's so nice. He was just the coolest dude ever. And then at the end of the documentary, he was dead. He had like a heart attack and he died. And the cunt was like, do you guys remember watching that? I remember watching that. That guy and he was just fucking dead. Rip. Was he a Mongolian guy or something? It was crazy. Anyway, it's generally true to say, on average, people are skinnier, more healthy. People are overweight, are less healthy. That's. I mean, if you're offended by that, I mean, you're just offended by reality, I guess.
이상적으로 보지 않나 이렇게 생각해요.
How do you think Korean people look at fat people on the street?
Mostly that they don't care about themselves and they don't care about their family too, because a lot of the family members usually, as I mentioned, if you gain a bit of weight, you would say something. So it's kind of like you didn't care about what your family said, or your family are not pointing out that you're unhealthy.
My mum does that. My mum would. I've seen her do that to my sisters constantly. Like, oh, you've put on some weight. You're looking fat. She'll say it to my sisters all the time. Yeah, and apparently Abby thinks it's like crazy they don't have some sort of eating disorder. My mom does it instantly. She's done it to me as well. She does it to my dad. She just calls that out straight away.
Would you associate skinny with being healthy?
To a certain point, I think it can contribute to like better health because, you know, I think having more weight on you can really hurt your knees a lot and your joints. That's one of my problem that my parents have. So I think that kind of weight really, if they didn't have it, I think they'd be feeling a lot better and they'd be a lot healthier for sure.
So would you rather
the ring
be
meter in
skinny
Korea is
or
crazy.
I think be healthy. I mean, I think some of them kind of
rings.
overlap in some sense.
Yeah.
But I think being healthy is more important, and just living like a long and happy life is more important.
Do you think an overweight foreigner coming to visit Korea would have a negative experience?
Sadly, I've heard that a lot. Shopping is difficult too, and when you go shopping, the shop owners will clearly say to you like, "Oh, yeah, there's no clothes for you." Like the reaction is very.
Imagine like a Disney American like has used 2 plane seats to get here, kind of shit. Is like super excited to go to some K-pop shit and like walks around town and she just like do. It'd be good for her though, right? Because like she'll be all these low-fat stores and she'll be like eating all this ice cream, but it'll be like 0-calorie ice cream. She'll probably start dropping weight. Yeah, she'd be like Godzilla walking around, dude. That'd be so good. Dude, honestly, they need to send the Disney adults to South Korea and just see what happens. How much weight do they lose over time? Like as an experiment. Get like 10 Disney adult females or dudes, whatever, like those thick motherfuckers, you know what I'm talking about? They BMI 37 guys, you know what I'm saying? Send them over there, see how much weight they lose. I mean, that guy from France came to South Korea and he lost all that weight. I mean, it seems like it happens.
Obvious, and I think they feel a bit left out sometimes.
Are there any extremes that people do to like look a certain way here?
I mean, I think the most extreme one, or the most obvious one is like plastic surgery. But I know there's like, especially with the women, they go on like really crazy diets. Back like 10 years ago, there's this one K-pop idol called IU. I don't know if you know her.
No.
But one of her diets went like infamous because like all she ate for the day was like 1 sweet potato, like 1 apple, and like ice cubes or something. So she'd have like 200, 300 calories.
She needs protein, bro. She needs protein and fats. I don't get that. When people go like super low cal, at least keep protein and fats high. If you're gonna reduce anything, reduce your carbohydrates. There's essential fats, there's essential proteins. There's no such thing as essential carbohydrates. Just drop your carbohydrate. You need the fats for hormone production. You need the protein for protein synthesis to like build mass and like actually like maintain muscle mass. It is what it is. If you're gonna cut calories, cut carbohydrates. It is what it is.
Day and that, like she lost like 10, 15 kilos in like 2 weeks or something, or a month or something.
And then a lot of people follow that, right?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of women tend to follow that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's definitely very severe.
K-pop starvation diets don't just stay in the industry. They reshape how people everywhere see food and body image. When extreme restriction is framed as discipline and constant hunger starts to feel like progress instead of a warning sign, that mindset spreads fast, with people normalizing undereating and fearing calories just to chase an unrealistic look, like calling 130 calories a meal or using formulas like height minus 120 as a body weight goal. So I spoke with a K-pop singer who had to stay anonymous to avoid backlash.
Height minus 120. From the training as female idols are required to weigh themselves daily, often in rigid high minus 120 formula. For instance, at 165. Wait, what? 173 minus 120. 53 kilograms. They want me to weigh 53 kilograms. Bro, I would be literally Skeletor. I would be actually a Skeletor on that. Guys. Literally, look. Yeah? Look, on the ground? Yeah? Okay, where were we? Okay, my shoes are a bit thick here, but it's actually 175 with these shoes. I'm tall as fuck with these shoes. You're retarded. I mean, you're retarded. You can believe whatever you want to believe, chat. You can believe whatever you want to believe. But I mean, hey, it's cool. It's cool that you guys. I don't know. Add 10 centimeters. You're so stupid. 50 centimeters.
Weight goal. So I spoke with a K-pop singer who had to stay anonymous to avoid backlash about what that pressure actually feels like behind the scenes.
Do you think there's a lot of pressure on you to be skinny?
Yes, for my fans.
Is that good?
I don't think so, but my fans need like that.
Korea ranks very high on rates.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would be?
Idol culture.
Idol culture.
Yes. They need skinny shape and pretty face.
So this rates being so high, you think are related to the K-pop culture?
Why do we have to blame?
So the girl back
Can YouTube fucking grow the fuck up and like, oh, can YouTube grow the fuck up and just stop blurring suicide?
The cafe said that she needs to be skinny for her fans. Does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah, 100%. I would imagine that like a lot of her success is gonna depend on her followers and fans hyping her up, sharing her music, and just continuing to engage with her content. But if she were to gain weight, then they're just gonna like lose all interest in her because
regardless of talent?
Oh yeah, regardless of talent, because it's just kind of like no matter how talented you are, it's not like I couldn't find 15.
Dude, they need to embrace the NA tech where it's like, you know, that thick ass vibes. Actually, I don't know. Do they want? It's what the issue is this, right? You want to encourage just like healthy weight, not thick as fuck, not skinny as fuck. You know, that nice happy in between. Like, why can't we? It's kind of like why are we going to the? How about we just embrace like a culture of like, hey, just healthy weight.
Other people who are equally as talented as you. So if you want to make it, you have to be talented and you got to be beautiful and you got to be a great dancer.
NA thinks Emu is thick. What are you talking about? You're retarded, bro. No one thinks that. NA does not think Emu is. Dude, people think like fucking Nicki Minaj is thick. Okay? People think, what is that weird freak saying in chat? People like, no one think, you're fucking retarded. People think Ice Spice is thick. People think like that's thick.
You're a rapper, like that's the industry.
So we found a place for lunch called Preppers, which it kind of sounds like contest prep, like you're prepping for something. And then the funny thing is, it says Preppers diet food, not healthy food, because I feel like healthy food wouldn't be as much of a draw to go in. Like diet just sounds like more like weight loss, right?
Yeah, I think you nailed it on the head. That would be my guess too. And yeah, I think it is for like weightlifters.
That looks nice. That looks like such a good meal, bro. What the fuck? Yo, I'll fuck with that. Yo, what the fuck? I wish I could get that food. Dude, man. What the hell? I wish there was a fucking shop in town that would sell food like that.
And I see more and more popping up all over the place.
So a bunch of pasta bowls, rice bowls. You recommend the double bowl?
Yes, for me, only the double bowl gives me enough protein. Combo comes with a drink. For example, amino drink over here.
Oh, you get amino drinks.
That's one of their things that they're known for. I have yet to try it, but I heard it's pretty good. So, and then they got like protein milkshakes and stuff.
Protein coffee milkshake, that sounds amazing.
Yo.
Like places like this in North America, like don't show up.
Why the fuck?
And I feel like that's because there's
I want to see how this isn't popular. Like, I feel like everyone, like, would this not just be super popular? Why don't they have places like this? Like, I want places where it's just healthy whole foods with like protein shakes and shit. I'll fuck with that. Oh my god, that would pop off. Like, NZ's fat as fuck. We're like just as fat as NA. Like, people would want to go to a place like this.
They don't think there'd be enough traction.
Right.
So I feel like there's obviously a lot of traction and like demand for this.
Yeah. Like for me, when I first came to Korea, they didn't have shops like this. So I missed like Chipotle or like Kava, because you could get pretty good macros for those, even though they have like high sodium. But you know, now they got stuff like this.
It's not every day you see a fountain drink station where it's only the zero sugar stuff. I feel like Coke Zero is water here. And I respect that. Cheers,
I mean,
man.
it's just water, right? Just
when a place has Sprite Zero, you just know it's gonna slap. Because this is a rarity. Like, this is a rare
Really?
find. Most places have Coke Zero. Sprite Zero? You don't know how lucky you got it, man.
Wow, it's everywhere here in Korea, so I just assumed that it was, wow.
And also the fact that this place is 24 hours is insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I love that.
God, it looks so like good. That looks so good. That just looks like straight fiber, protein with a bit of fats. Man, that looks fucking...
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to get the pasta bowl, but I feel like if I ordered that, I would have got bullied or something. It seems like a trap. Like,
You need some rice in there or something.
You want to make sure you mix it all up nice.
That quinoa, bro? You got some quinoa?
Mm-hmm. So good.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I like that it's a reflective plate.
Dude, I like this metal, bro. It's nice.
You get to the bottom of the plate, and you can see your skinnier reflection when you're done. What would you say is like a big factor in Korea's low obesity rate? Would you say it's all lifestyle, or is there any like genetic components to that?
So I think one of the things that people don't know is that in addition to the social pressure that there is to stay thin and stay healthy, East Asians have a way lower subcutaneous fat cell count than our Western counterparts. And this is quite common in Korea. Well, you'll see like those skinny fat body types, right? Well, you'll see men or women that don't look that fat, but they have really high visceral fat levels just because there's not a lot of subcutaneous fat that can hold it. So they won't look as big, but they'll still have heart issues, diabetes, prediabetes.
Happens in China, I believe, super bad, right? China's like popping off. They're ramping super hard.
Insulin resistance like all across the board.
Yeah, he's got the gain set too high on this. Usually on these little microphones here, you can actually record 2 tracks, high gain, low gain, and he can use a low gain track. I believe he's using the DJIs. So that actually has that feature. I don't know why he's not using it.
So it doesn't take that much size for a Korean person to be equally as unhealthy as like, you know, a European-based or, yeah.
Okay.
He's probably streaming it locally to a single audio recorder and just using that track instead of downloading it. Okay, it's just, you know, it's kind of like it's easier.
You say this bowl is?
If I had to guess,
Speaking as an audio technician,
I would put it around 600.
Okay, I was gonna be like around 700. We are now in Cheongno.
Oh, what's this? What's this? It's Calorie Factor. It's Jeff Nipples' calorie app, right?
Awesome.
Macro Factor or something.
Boom, uploading. So it even says the rice, steak, scallion, sesame seeds. Right, so 775 calories in the plate. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. So I mean, it tells you all the macros, and you just log it to your.
I want to fuck with this actually. I want to fuck with some of these AI ones because I have literally no idea how many calories I'm consuming. What I don't get is like, how the fuck could it tell how much olive oil's on there? They ain't gonna tell shit. Like there's no way. There's no way it could be that good.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah.
There's also a new feature where you
But
can
assuming
upload-
you're not having super abnormal foods, I guess it could kind of just have a good knowledge base and kind of predict pretty well, I guess. Drink
a recipe including ingredients, instructions, and servings, all with just a snap of a picture.
So if you guys want to try the Macro Factor app, make sure to use code WILL for 2 weeks free. We are now in Cheongno, which is known as the obesity drug mecca of the world. And literally, every single building is a pharmacy just selling fat loss drugs. It's actually pretty insane. So there's a pharmacy right here, and then there's a pharmacy right
can we
here.
get some Retta here? What's the deal?
And then literally, like 5 more feet, there's another pharmacy right here. And then next door is another pharmacy. And then across the street, there's more pharmacies over there. Which is like, I don't know why you need this many pharmacies. I guess the demand is super, super high. So we are gonna see how easy it is for me to go to a clinic, get a prescription, and get some Wegovy. Let's see. That's it here? Here. Oh shit.
Wow.
It might be busy.
Yes. 네, 이 외국인 친구인데요. 그 마운자로나 위고비 처방을 받고 싶어서. What's the name that you use in Korean?
정아름님.
Will.
Will.
I just walked in, said my name, gave my ID, and it's good.
Do you have a preference of Wegovy or Mounjaro?
What does he recommend?
어떤 걸
Tirzepatide,
추천해 주셨을까요?
really?
He said then you would have to get a consultation with the doctor.
So I have to see him here right now?
Right now.
Is it long wait?
I don't think it's gonna take that long.
Okay. We're in the waiting room right now for the weight loss drugs. Everyone in here is also here for the same thing.
Tirzepatide is
People are
dual.
just coming in, asking for it, and you're like, yeah, just take a seat.
GLP, GIP.
The doctor, and you're good. So we're gonna have a prescription in like 15 minutes, which is crazy here.
William.
Here we go.
Is it your first time doing Wegovy?
Yes, first time.
How about your height?
6 foot.
How about your weight?
Around
Kilogram?
90. 90, yeah.
What is your word, the normal body weight?
I just want to get shredded.
After I gave the doctor my height, weight, and goal, he implemented my stats into a BMI chart and called me obese.
In this presentation, you will have some obesity, your BMI index.
That's so stupid. Yo, at least do like a DEXA or some shit. Like, what the fuck? There's no, dude, you can't do that. You can't. I mean, don't get me wrong, overall it works pretty well. But clearly, when you're muscular, you're an outlier and it doesn't work. BMI doesn't function. It just doesn't function.
24.47.
And he kept adding lower weights until it put me in the normal category.
if you have the some weight loss about 15 kilograms,
Nah.
equals to the normal body weight.
And I'll be healthier?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
The doctor is telling me I have to lose 15 kilograms or 33 pounds without any sort of background knowledge of my medical history or even my body composition, as fat and muscle ratios greatly impact your BMI score, and these lax measures are causing serious harm. And just like that, within a matter of minutes, I got a prescription, adding to Korea's major drug misuse problem.
Oh, she's asking if you want to get the injection here right now.
No, I'll do it later. Yeah. All right, so this is pretty insane. We got it super easily within like 10 minutes. And there it is.
What?
So the doc-
I mean, dude, NA needs this. Changed my mind. NA legit needs this. They need to make it super easy and fast for fat as fuck people to get this shit. Like, straight up. Bro, okay. The downsides of these drugs, so much lower than the downsides of being morbidly obese. They would save so much money on healthcare. Even if you're just purely greedy and you think it's bad, like what, dude, the amount of money you would save just not having to have fat people who can't work because they're so fat, who can't do anything because they're so fat, who are dying in a hospital because they're so fat, who need operations because they're so fat, would go down so much. They need to make this shit free. Just hand this out. Like, if you're above, like legitimately, they should have a rule in NA. If you're above 120 kilograms, you can just get tirzepatide free. You just get it free. It's sponsored. Now they have to obviously, it's like you get a certain amount per person, and maybe you have to inject it on site or something, so they can see you're not like selling it or whatever. But just legit, they can go in and get an injection for free. Just like dead ass. If you're over 120 kgs, you can go into a clinic and just get a little injection for free. Okay, I would say the same thing as people who are addicted to meth or something. They can go in and get some sort of treatment for free. Just like if you whatever, have some other awful thing, you should be able to go in if your situation is bad enough. You should be able to have some shit that helps you fix that problem. Who'll pay for it? I mean, okay, just strong arm the pharmaceutical companies. Make a deal with some guy in China who's just printing like the exact same thing. Just do whatever, dude. You'll be fine.
The doctor said I need to get to 75 kilograms, which now that I'm thinking about it, that's below my bodybuilding contest weight. So I think I would actually die.
Dude, they look like I don't understand. What's up with that gold shit they put on? It makes them look so fucking weird.
Yeah, you'd be like 168 pounds.
Yeah,
That's how much I weigh, and I'm 5'8".
Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't look at like your body fat percentage. They just go like, okay, height, weight, you're obese. And then there's no other discussion about like, do you work out consistently? Here you go. $150.
Yeah, I don't think he even asked you any questions about your overall health.
No.
Yeah, there was like no diagnosis. He was just like, oh, you want the drug? Like, okay, here's how to use it. Here are some side effects to expect. And I think they even offered to give you your first injection like right now.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna do that. No, I just got it for a prop. I'm not gonna use it.
He's funny.
I'm not gonna use it.
It's clear Korea is facing a serious issue that can't be ignored. The relentless pressure to look a certain way, combined with a deeply ingrained culture of body shaming, is quietly taking a toll on people's lives. Over time, it doesn't just affect how you see yourself, it consumes your thoughts entirely. And eventually, you give in.
Shit, bro. It was $150. He spent $150. That's what he. Yeah, that's a good video. I'm chubby. There it is, dude. There it is. Hey, I don't know, man. South Korea looked kind of net positive to me in terms of weight. Obviously, they have a massive crisis when it comes to like people not repopulating. They need more breeders. But at least when it comes to weight, it seems pretty good. I mean, that shop they went into looked awesome. Looked fucking not the 0 calorie shop that looked trash. The healthy food shop with the protein shakes. I would eat there every day. Straight up.